Hello?
Yeah, hi. Am I audible to you?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
audible.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Shall we go to the process?
Yeah, sure, sure. Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. Hmm. Moving on. What are the access modifiers we use in D365?
Access modifiers, we have a public, private, and protected. Public means like methods that are declared as public are accessible.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the, I mean, anywhere the class is accessible and can be overridden by subclasses. Methods that
Okay.
have no access modifiers all implicitly public. And coming to the private, it will support within class. And
Okay.
last one is a protected, and it will support within class and inherited class.
Sure. Okay. May I know why we use display method?
Why we use display method means, according to me, like in Dynamics 365, we won't be able, we won't be able the new method or modify the existing method to the standard table or to an extension table. So it can be achieved by using this extension class.
Yeah,
That's the
sure.
reason we use display method.
Okay. Nice. Can you please explain about the table caching?
Table catching, here I can say essential there are two types of table catching.
Okay.
The set based catching and a single record catching. It creates a set based cache on the server, and the entire table is cached as soon as at least one record is selected from table. And the next one is like, I can add something like an entire table catching is flushed whoever an insert, update, delete is made to the table. So first select read all records from the database for the selected company, and all the below is, I want to list something, okay, and which shows that user different types of catchy lookup properties, like as per the table group. So table group, for example, if it is a parameter, the catchy lookups comes with the entire table. So if it is a table group is a transaction, it the catchy lookup will be not in TTS.
And I know that you heard about this all menu items.
Yeah.
Uh, could you please explain about it?
Sure, sure. Definitely. Menu items are, to say, menu items are a reference to an object that we wish to add to a menus. Okay, and we have three types of menu items. One is a display menu item, other is a output menu item, and next one is a action. Display is that is used to add forms, and output is used for reports, and the finally this action menu item is used for classes.
Okay. I just want to know the difference between the temp table and the container,
Okay. Uh, yeah, a temp table and container.
and also for
Yeah.
sorry for that, and also I just what we can see in the this temp table also. Okay.
Okay, sure, sure.
I mean the table relations also. Okay.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I'll tell you. So, okay, could I please tell first the difference between temp table and container? Next, can I go with the table
Yeah,
relations?
yeah, 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 yeah. Sure.
Okay, yeah, thank you. First, the difference between this temp table and container is, in Microsoft Dynamics AX that supports a special data type called a container, and data in containers are stored and retrieved sequentially. But a temp table enables you to define index to speed up data, retrieval. So it contains and provide the slower data access if you are working with the many records. So this is about the temp table and container. And coming to the table relations, we have a like normal relation, field fixed, and related field fixed. And I can say that I mostly use normal relation. So coming to the normal relation, it is like to specify the relation fields without any conditions, so just giving it as a relation, so without any conditions. So coming to the field fixed relation, to specify the relation fields to restrict the records in a primary table. So coming to this related field fixed, so we'll specify the relation fields to restrict the records in the related table.
Okay.
Yeah.
Uh, and what is foreign key?
Foreign key, it specifies a correspondence between a foreign key field in the present table to the primary key field in another parent table. So, and like a foreign key can be uh, I mean, a foreign key can be a primary key or a single field alternate key.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the other is that what is a surrogate key and what is unique key?
Surrogate key, it's like, a key where value has no meaning to people. I mean, a large number of a large number of generated by the system, such as rec id could be a surrogate key, a record id. And coming to the unique key, all the values for a given key must be unique within one table, and all fields in a unique key must be not nullable. So this
Okay.
is called as unique key.
Uh, the difference between the refresh key, rewrite key, and research and execute query.
Sorry, I
What is it?
didn't get your question. So can you please repeat it again?
Yeah, yeah. I just want to know the difference between the refresh and reread and research and execute a query.
Okay. Okay, fine. So coming to the refresh, it refreshed the user view with what's stored in the caches. I mean, this does not to I mean to say, see, actually, I have not used
Hmm.
this before, but I'll just tell like whatever I have read. Okay, so
Okay.
I'll just come again. So it's like refresh key is like refreshers. Sorry, it's not a key. Refresh is like the user view with the what's stored in the cache. This does not touch the database. And coming to the reread, it fetches only the current record from database and does not reread the complete database. So we will use this when we need to update only current record after modifying any value. And coming to the research, so it will execute the same query again and it fetches the results from the database. I mean, we use this if we need to get the current most data from the database. Finally, as you have asked, is a execute query. It
Execute
will,
query. Yeah.
yeah, it will run the query again, just like research. I mean, it research does, but it will also take any query changes to, I mean, changes into account.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. We'll move on. Can you please tell me what are all the form design patterns?
Okay, so I can say today for our few, like there are few design patterns like detail master, detailed
Yeah.
transaction, list page, and simple list and details, table of content, wizard. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yes. Tell me about the sequence of report generation.
Okay, you mean to say that what are all the steps that I follow when the report is generated,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, okay, fine. I'll just tell you. So the sequence of report generation is like first of all a menu item or code calls a controller. Okay, after that the controller class calls. I mean the controller calls a UI builder to create a dialog for the contract. So it's a contract and the use of
Hmm.
fill in values of the contract, and after that contract gets serialized and either sent to report or stored in database. I mean it's for a scheduled runs.
Okay.
The next step that the sequence that they follow is when the report gets executed, the contract gets deserialized and sent it to the RDP class. The final step is like the RDP class receives the contract and provides data based on values. Notice that if I mean it knows completely nothing about any controllers, dialogues, and things like that. All it has it's a data contract. I mean, all it has it's a data contract. This is according to me the sequence of a report generation.
Report generation. Yeah. Yeah. Ex- Explain about joins in D365.
Joins, okay. Joins in D365 is like we have a inner join, outer join, exist join, non-exist join, active and passive. So and the other
Like
one is
we have.
the
Yeah.
delayed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, the so should I elaborate it?
Yeah. Yeah. You go with that. How many joins
Okay.
you were saying that we are having like almost seven joins, right?
Uh, yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, the inner join is like it retrieves a record from the main table that matches records in the join table and vice versa. And coming to the outer join, retrieves records from the main table whether they have matching records in the join table. And coming to the exist join, retrieves a record from the main table for each matching record in the join table. Non-exist join is something that we can select records from the main table that do not have a match in the join table. And active is like the DS, I mean data source is updated immediately when a new record in the parent data source is selected, and continuous updates consume lots of resources. And coming to the passive, so linked child as or not updated automatically. So coming to the delayed, a pause is inserted before linked child data source are updated. So these are all the I mean joins in AX.
Okay. Nice. And tell me about the super.
uh, super means it's like we can like means calling a method with the same name in the parent class. That's how I know about the super. Yeah.
Mm, and one more.
Okay.
May I know how debugging works?
Yeah, sure. Like I have done many times debugging, so I'll just explain one. So there are like I have done debugging with like many of the coding stuff. So I'll explain like whatever that I faced. I mean in one project. Okay.
Okay.
So the task what I've faced. So what I've faced, like if I'm at that time I'm just trying to post a journal. So if it is not happening actually, so I'm not able to post a journal, so what I should do, what I have done is when I mean that's the thing, when I'm posting a journal it's not happening. So what I did, first I have to look for that particular class in the AOT. So which particular class is I mean where I'm trying to post a journal, so I have to look for that particular class. And
Mm,
after that I have to put a breakpoint. Okay, we can use a F9 key, and
mhm,
we have to attach that to the process. We will having the debug option, debugging I mean debug menu, and we have to click that debug menu and click on the attach to process. So
mm,
in that I usually select iasexpress.exe and click on start. So now what I have to do is again I have to go to the UI and I have to try to post a journal. So what it will do is when I post the journal, it will hit the breakpoint here in the I mean in the Visual Studio. What we have to see is we have to we get some call stack. Okay,
okay.
we have to get that call stack and we have to copy that call stack and paste it in the notepad. So after that we have to check for errors and try to resolve it. So this is how that I do debugging.
Yeah. And finally, what is the difference between update and do update?
um okay, fine. Uh th- this uh, I mean the do update method should be used when the update method on the table is to be bypassed. Like do update table method updates the current record within the contents of the buffer. This method also updates the appropriate system fields. I mean, the same like the do
Yes,
update
similar.
method should
Hmm.
be used when the update method on the table is to be bypassed.
Right. Good.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. Bye.